Hey everyone, welcome to the Oasis podcast. I'm your host, Miss AJ. Thanks for tuning in. An oasis is something that provides refuge, relief, or a pleasant contrast, and that is exactly what you will find tuning into the Oasis podcast. This is a space where I and special guests will be cultivating intentional and honest conversations about life's journey. Subscribe everywhere you listen to podcasts and watch us on YouTube now.
Hey y'all, hey, happy new year. Yo, isn't it crazy that it's 2025? I feel like 2025 is one of those years that when we were kids, we thought about and was like, oh my God, that'll be crazy. And now we're here. That's wild. Hey y'all, how are you guys doing? I realized after recording the last episode of 2024, I ain't even wish y'all a Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, Happy Kwanzaa. I didn't wish y'all a Happy New Year. My bad. I really just wanted to turn out that episode and really take that break because I needed it to enjoy my holiday. But we are here now in 2025, and this will be the first episode of the new year and the new season. I hope y'all are still here riding with me, my old folks. I am grateful for you. My ride or dies, I thank you. For those new folks who are here, I appreciate you. Please take a listen to the old episodes, get to know me. And this episode is titled New Year, Same Me, because it's always going to be me. All I do is just get more refined, but deep down the characteristics of me will remain the same. And I wanted to get on here and share some thoughts just in general about what's to come for this new season, but also just where I'm at mentally and emotionally. And I'd love to hear from you all as well, because for me, my new year, as I probably mentioned in other episodes, don't start on no January 1st. It barely starts February 1st, but this is why I tell people that it starts in February. I tend to have really tough emotional months the last couple of months of the year. So that's November into December and January as well, because of, just a lot of stuff happened or has happened around those times. And so I take that time to honor those feelings that I have, to acknowledge those emotions and just the situations that's happened, and it just doesn't feel right or complete January 1st, like, oh yeah, I'm good now and let's move on. And so I take January as well to kind of just smoothly transition into a new year. And even February sometimes doesn't feel new, but that's when I kind of just let myself, like, okay, we got to shed and shake off that old year stuff and move forward. And I don't typically use that, New Year's resolution stuff, and I know a lot of people have moved away from that. I typically do a vision board. I set up goals and do a vision board. But even this year, that didn't feel right. Like, it didn't hit. Like, usually it does, and usually it's something that helps me really attain my goals. Like, it's something that I'm excited to do, and then I do it, and it feels good. This year, I just couldn't pull myself to do it. I haven't even written my goals. I'm not even going to sit here and lie. Let me rephrase that and not actually lie. I've kind of jotted down some things as they came to me, late last year. But I haven't sat down and like, okay, these are definitely some things I want to accomplish. These are definitely things I want to do. And so I need to do that. And January is almost over. But I'm also not pressuring myself. Like, we got literally the whole freaking year. And there is no race. It's not a race. And honestly, I've accomplished a lot of the things that I've wanted to do of course, there's still things that I would like to happen, but I'm also not going to allow myself to continue to be of this mindset of constantly, oh, more. There's certain things I think you should continue to grow in, and those are things that have to do with bettering who you are as a person. I don't mean income, I don't mean job, I don't mean things like that. I mean I want to be more emotionally intelligent, right? I want to make sure that my relationships are fulfilling and loving. Things like that are things I want to work on now. And so I really want to take my time to make sure that these goals are truly things I really want to do, I feel connected to, right? It's not just things that I'm putting down because they're part of some checklist that is supposed to make me feel like I'm successful. And I've really truly started moving away from that mindset probably starting last year. Yeah, maybe 2024. And I want to continue that. Like, I don't want to tie my self-worth, I don't want to tie who I am as an individual to these things, because they mean nothing in the grand scheme of things. And I want to make sure that what I put down, what I'm focusing on this year, really feels right, comes from my heart, really is something that is in tune with my spirit, to be honest. And so that's why I haven't done it yet. Like I said, I'm still shaking off some 2024 stuff. I'm still shaking off 2024 shit. It's not as bad though as 2023 into 2024. Thank God for that. But it's still some stuff that I need to make peace with and to let go. And I don't want to feel rushed to do it, because there was a level of pressure that I was putting on myself. Again, I feel like it's a societal thing. Oh, it's a new year, you need to focus on new things. No, let me get rid of this old stuff for real, as opposed to pushing it down like people like to do and not actually deal with things for real. Let me actually work through some things, actually resolve them, put them away, and then move on to the next thing. And so that's what I'm taking my time to do. Not in a rush. I'm not pressuring myself. It's going to get done. That's one thing about me. It's going to get done. The when, I don't know. But it will get done. And that's what matters at the end of the day. Instead of making these random ass resolutions, and by the end, not even end of year, by like end of first quarter, people had forgot about, they ain't even working on no more. Nah, I don't operate like that. And so I want to stay in that vein of being really genuine and true to myself, to make sure that the things that I do put down are things I truly want to accomplish, that I feel really connected to. And so need to work on that. But of course, on top of the list is a podcast. I love y'all. I feel so much better in creating and releasing these episodes, because I feel like I've gotten back to me when it comes to the podcast, and that makes me feel good. Like, it just genuinely makes me feel more passion and connection to the podcast now. And so I want to make sure that I'm consistent. I want to make sure that the content that I put out is really for me. It's for y'all too, because I think that my experience is not an experience that's just unique to me, unfortunately, in a lot of ways, but fortunate in many ways as well. And so I definitely want to share it with others, but it's for me mainly. And I know that others can learn and grow from it. I want to make sure the content is relatable, but also really raw and genuine. And that's what I want to get back to. And I feel like I have gotten back to that the latter part of 2024, and I want to continue to do that. I do want to incorporate some of my guests again. I haven't fully decided on the when I'm going to incorporate them, but I do want to, and I'm looking forward to that. Reconnecting with a lot of the guests that I've had on previous years and re-diving into those arenas and those areas that they, have their expertise in, or they have their experience in. Those conversations are always very fun, and I love those conversations. And so making that time to do that, and that's another thing, right? Like carving out that time to be able to, record with a guest, that takes a lot of planning. And on top of the planning is editing. And so I am opening up that time for myself to really delve and dive into those things that I love to do. And I'm getting closer to the me that...
Are you feeling overwhelmed by the demands of life? Motherhood? At AJO Consulting Services, LLC, we offer comprehensive wellness services that include personalized coaching, doula care, consulting, and personal and professional development to help you navigate this beautiful yet challenging phase of life. Our services are designed to support individuals and communities, especially women, birthing people, and families of color, in creating a more joyful and stress-free experience. From family planning to postpartum care, we provide the tools and resources you need to thrive. Let AJO Consulting Services help you prioritize your well-being and create a healthier, happier future for yourself and your family.
Resembles who I was prior to motherhood. And I know I'm never going to get all the way back there. And then in reality, I don't know that I want to, because I shouldn't be the same person that I was, exactly the same person that I was 2-3 years ago. So I'm definitely okay with the evolution, and I am embracing now, because that was not always the case, and I will talk about that if I haven't already touched on some points of that. I am now embracing the change that comes with motherhood, embracing who I am now versus who I was then. Though, there are moments where grief happens. I just had a few days where I was just like, what the fuck? This was not how this shit was supposed to be. And that's on so many levels, but I had to get back to I let myself feel my feels, but then I had to get back to myself and get back into me and my power and know and my faith, honestly, and trusting that if it was for you, girl, it would have been for you. If it was supposed to work out, it would have worked out. And on top of all that, be reminded that, baby, ain't nothing that God has taken from me that He did not give me something better. And I can stand on that every single damn time. Not a thing that was taken from me ever was not given back to me tenfold. And I have to remember that. But of course, we're having human experiences, and, our memories be short, and we forget that, right? Because we don't like to feel lack. We don't like to feel like we're not getting away. We don't like disappointment. And when we feel those things, we sit and soak in that feeling. And I had my moment, and I was soaking in that. But then I had to be reminded, like, girl, relax. Baby, relax. Yes, wading in the water is hard. That wait period is hard. But when you get to where you need to get, when the timing is right, because that's also important, listen, you're going to come out like, I see what you did there. Thank you. Okay. And I know that. And I've seen small incremental movement towards the things that are going to just be monumentous and amazing. But the impatient part of us, it's like, gosh, hurry up. Like, damn, like, let me get to the good part already. And I just had to be reminded, like, chill out. Take your time. There's reasons for everything. And there's seasons for everything. And this ain't the season yet. And that's a message that I want to share with you all. And I think especially in the new year, the top of the new year, because I think we like to set these goals up and trying to rush through things and want things to happen really fast, and it's not realistic. It's not realistic, and we're just setting ourselves up for disappointment. And I was definitely reminded of that lesson this week. Honestly, I really was. And so all I can do is be patient with myself, trust in God's timing, and know that everything that I'm doing has a purpose. I will arrive to my destination or destinations when I need to, and just enjoy the ride. But that's hard sometimes, that's hard, but it is doable. So this new year, I want to continue to cultivate me. I want to continue to pour into myself and love up on myself and keep and respect my boundaries as showing love for myself. I want to draw in people and things that fill me up with abundance and with love and with light. And that's what I'm gonna choose to focus on, honestly. And I think everything else will follow suit. Everything else will follow suit. So for this new season, definitely going to be learning a lot more about me on a personal level, as well as my business, just to give y'all some more idea on who it is I am and why it is I do the things that I do, and for whom I do the things that I do. Definitely diving more into dating, because we're back out here in these streets, and career, and just the topics that we used to talk about before. Definitely diving back into those things, and of course motherhood, because I'm somebody's mother now. baby, and I need to talk about some things, okay? Yes, I'm going to get y'all this finally episode on postpartum journey, which I'm gonna be honest, I have not recorded yet because, like I said.
Are you seeking guidance and support in life on your motherhood journey? AJO Consulting Services, LLC offers tailored strategies to help you overcome challenges, build resilience, and achieve your goals. Empower yourself with personalized coaching.
I got some things that I was dealing with or working through, and I just haven't decided on the when and where and all that extra stuff. And so it's coming. For those who want to really hear it, it's coming, because I think there's a lot of important lessons that I've learned, and I think that others can learn as well from that story. So I'm definitely going to share that. But I want to highlight important things that are not now, but things that are important to who I am comprehensively as an individual. And those are the things and topics that I want to focus on. And of course, as things happen and evolve and, manifest, I'll definitely touch on different things. But I definitely have some really great topics that I want to talk on. I want to hear what you guys want to hear about. I want to know what your thoughts and feelings are about, topics, things you guys want me to talk about, things you guys want me to have a guest on about, to have a conversation on. And I'm here and open and ready, and I am looking forward to this new year. Definitely had more enthusiasm at the end of last year, enthusiasm down a little bit. I ain't gonna lie. But we working on it. I still feel that this year is going to be an amazing year. But I also be remiss if I didn't say I just feel something that's heavy in my spirit, in my bones. That there's gonna be a lot of heavy shit. Not necessarily bad stuff, but some heavy shit is gonna go down. And I think that's the part that my mind wants to focus on. Like, oh my gosh, heavy stuff is gonna happen. Oh my gosh, it's gonna be bad. And I have to rewire my thinking to not sit on that. Heavy stuff don't always mean bad stuff. And just because something may appear negative does not mean there's not a benefit to it in the long run. And so I'm trying to stay of that mindset and not let myself be dragged down by, this intuitive feelings that I have. I'm open. I'm happy. I got breath in my body. My baby is growing and thriving and making me crazy. And I'm grateful for it. I know new and beautiful things are coming to me and coming for me. And I can't wait to share those things with you all. Till next time.